Hey, it's Tag. Before you start watching my video, go to the three little dots in the corner of the screen, press that, go to Quality, press that, and then go to 720p because YouTube automatically makes my videos in 480p, and for a better experience, you should watch it in 720. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Hey, I'm sorry that I freaking took a week to get this video out, but I've just been working super hard on this episode. It literally took me a week. If you want your name in the shoutout pagoda, just leave a comment. It's our little pagoda that we put signs in for the people who leave comments. So put a comment and you'll be immortalized in this random kid's world. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. This has been an exhausting video. Hey guys, it's Tag and welcome back to... That looks really weird when you do your wave and you crouch. What the heck? You can do crouch dances. What the heck? Okay, I'm getting off topic already. Hello, my name is Tag and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. In this episode, we got some big things planned. I'm super excited. Alright, I gotta update you on a few things that happened off camera. First of all, our first dead shovel. Dirt is extra bad. But today in this episode, like I said, we have some big boy plans. We're basically only going to do one thing, and that one thing is we are going to do some work in the city, Peony City. I have been clearing out a tiny bit. You'll see that in a bit. But my plan is, for this episode, I'm going to fill up half of the city with houses. I'm going to build up half of the city, which is going to be a very big project, and this video is going to have to be condensed down a lot. Actually, I need to add a smoke to the top because this this chimney is a little barren. But yeah, I am going to build half of the city in this episode, and it's probably going to be a lot of time lapses. So if that's not your thing, click off now, because this episode is going to be a lot of time lapses and a lot of check-ins. So it's not really going to be a bunch of different stuff. It's just going to be me filling up everything from there all the way to this halfway point right here, Main Street. But yeah, I hope you are enjoying the better audio. Again, I'm sorry if you hear anything in the background, and let's just get straight on into it. Like I've said, this video is just going to be a lot of time lapses with voiceovers. So I'm going to start building. And there we have it. Our floor plan is pretty much done. I do have some signs saying what's going to be what, and I'll give you a little bit of a explanation of what I plan on doing. Barbershop, a brewer, pottery guy, have a dog store. I couldn't come up with a name for it, I guess Canal. Over here we have a tax office. Over here we have an armor. We have a jeweler, which will have some diamonds and emeralds and stuff. And then over here we have an inn, so it'll be very tall, 3 stories. I think I already talked about this, but all of the buildings that are on this main area will be 3 stories tall. Second to last, we have Le Restaurant Coral Canal, which is my restaurant, fancy restaurant that I came up with. I built this in the creative world. It's super cool. That's French for the Coral Canal restaurant. Because this is going to be Coral Canal. I have finally named it. And then right here we have Federal Guard Inner Camp number 1. There's going to be 2 in all. Actually, I might have 3, but these are the camps that will be inside of the city so that if they get attacked, they will have, quick spots that they can go from to go and, defend. Alrighty guys, it's finally time to start on the time lapses. By the way, I hope you like this. I kind of filmed some filler footage for the in-between areas where I'm doing voiceovers. So this is kind of one of them. I think it's kind of funny. But yeah, it's time for the time lapses. If you don't like time lapses, again, this is not your video because the entire thing is basically them. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so the first new building in our journey to finishing half of the city is the Federal Guard Camp. It's a really cool build. I got them fireplace lattice things that I put up where you put out the fireplace. A nice spruce wall around it. It's just generally a really freaking cool looking build. I really do hope you're enjoying the time lapses. They're pretty fun to make and they don't take too much work, which is really great because I can show all of my progress and the amount of time it takes in this one little clip. Alright, it's done. And the Federal Guard is detailed and finito. It looks really good, so if I give you a quick little tour, you know what? Before I do that, I think this log wall, which looks super cool by the way, would look way better with some boutons. Adding on the boutons. Boom. And there we have it. The Federal Guard is finito, and it's looking pretty good. I really like these log wall things. They look really great for a guard, and that kind of thing. I do need to put a sign on the wall that says, this is a Federal Guard. But I'm going to give you a super quick little tour. I have a nice little target block because if they stand over here, they can kind of practice their aim. A lot of armor stands. This costed a lot. I have some swords on the chimney of this little area. I think this is the pelts and leather guy. So he's sharing a wall. And then this is where all of the guards will kind of live. To come inside, we have some nice bunks over here, and then upstairs a little living quarter. Nothing too special. And I purposely built this right next to one of the towers because, you know, this is the guard and it has to have one of the towers. So I'm going to build up this tower, and then we're going to start on the thing that I'm probably the most excited for. Le Restaurant Coral Canal. Alright, so now we are building the tower that's connected to the Federal Guard camp. I'm really honestly proud of this design. It's a really freaking good one. I'm really proud of it. You know, it's just a good tower. So yeah, after we finish this, we can start on my favorite building, the Coral Canal restaurant. So yeah. And with our epic looking tower, kind of like menacing over our other buildings, I have also added a little pile of junk. I found this design on Reddit. It's super cool. I kind of like added my own little twist to it, but it's just the best. Now that we've gotten this done, I want to start on Le Restaurant Coral Canal. Dude, I can't even freaking explain how much I like this build. Like, seriously, it is the best. I have that amazing balcony. You can't see it right now, but it's like a balcony kind of dock thing that's on the back of it, and that's where there's seating areas, and you can get a great look at Coral Canal, which is our canal that will go around, well, that does go around the Aztec temple. It's a freaking great build. Just the best, man. You know what I'm actually really excited about is when I start doing the sewers, because I have plans for where those are going to be. They're going to be under the entire thing, and one of the main entrances to the sewers is going to be through the Coral Canal. So yeah, something to look forward to in the future episode. So now I'm going on a freaking crusade, because I have to find some dark oak to make the, like, floor of the restaurant look good, because I'm trying to, like, switch it up. I don't just want to do granite, but my dark oak forest is like 1,000 blocks in that direction. So, like I said, I'm going, just filling a pond on a crusade to go and find some dark oak. Now, listen, this is fun. I really like building, but I cannot tell you how many freaking times that I've had to stop building because, like, one of my materials was in a chest a little bit away. So instead of building, I would, like, you know, stop. I would walk over to my chest, and then I would get the stuff, and then I would go back. That happened like 45 times. And now I'm going on a crusade to find some freaking dark oak. And it's a little bit of a frustrating moment, but I will be alright. I also really like the concept of me, like, building all of these houses in this episode and just getting a big portion of our building done. Because I do want to move on to some other stuff. I like the concept and I like the idea of me just cracking it all out. But at the same time, it is exhausting. Like, legit, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I know I will. I know it'll happen. But it's going to be a tough few days because, as I've said, this recording is over the course of multiple days. Or at least it will be. So it's going to be a bit of a freaking pile of work for me. But I do feel like it's very doable and it'll happen. And then after we do this, we can work on some other stuff in the world that I'm also interested in. And there we have it. Okay. Whew, I was a little worried there. I'm not on a wild goose chase. If you remember, this is where I came and I got some ice with Griddle, who is now gone. I have no idea where he went. But that is our dark oak forest. I'll get some and then I'll just cut back to once I'm done with the restaurant. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. And the finest restaurant in Peony City is completed. La Restaurant Coral Canal, also known as the Coral Canal Restaurant. It's just in French, and it didn't change it as much as I wished it would. But you know what? Life goes on. But I'm gonna give you a quick little tour, and then after this, I'm done for the day in real life because freaking jeez. I only built 3 main things in time-lapse, and I'm still exhausted, so the rest of this we'll have to do tomorrow for me, but, you know, it'll just be after this clip for you. So if you walk up, you've got a nice little staircase on the side and a pile of junk, which was, again, a design that I got off of Reddit. I think I already talked about that. We got our menu right here. You can see it's pretty simple. Le Restaurant Coral Canal. We have steak, lamb, bread, potatoes, and cheese. And cheese is just this pumpkin pie because it kind of looks like cheese, like a cheese wheel. But yeah, we have some nice outdoor seating. You know, we got some steaks, some cheese, some potatoes, a nice dark oak fence thing, and a nice awning, which is light blue. Then we walk in, we have some more seating, and then we have a nice kitchen. And then over here, my favorite part of this build, probably one of my favorite parts of Peony City as a whole, and I built this in creative mode, and I can finally see it in my actual world. We have some nice seating outside, and we have this freaking awesome terrace dock thing that goes over the water, and I just love the design, and it's super simple, and it's very, like, kind of raggedy, but it's still the best. So we have some lovely outdoor seating. We have the other side of this giant junk pile, and then upstairs, instead of having a living area like I usually did, I made it a storage area for all their food. So they have some hay, and they have some cheese being stored, and some barrels. Again, it's very simple. I didn't put full effort into these, only because I'm tired as all heck. And in the next episode, sorry, not in the next episode, the next ones that we're going to start on are the barber, and then I think I'm going to go over to the brewer, and then I'm going to get the netherite smith done, and then I'll probably keep on going throughout. But yeah, this is the finest restaurant in Peony City finished, and it's time for yet another time lapse. You better get used to them, because the entire video is going to be about them. After I finished making Le Restaurant Coral Canal, I decided that I wasn't actually a big fan of the layout that I had, so I kind of redid it so that we had 2 layers of houses in between the roads, and there's no courtyard anymore. I think it'll actually be over there, you know, when we start on that side of the city in, you know, a few weeks or whatever. But before I start working on the barbershop, I want to repair my shovel. Alright, so somehow with my Ooga Booga caveman brain, I freaking forgot to save the footage of me building the barbershop, so that's just not a thing, so I'm just gonna cut to once it's done. I'm sorry. Yeah, alright. So I was thinking about what I wanted to do for the barbershop sign thing. Because as you can see, I'm not doing a time lapse for the barbershop, but I will give you a quick little look. It looks really cool, pretty basic, but this is not actually going to be what it looks like. We're going to change that, but I have like a tower thing on the side. It's a cool looking build. I'm trying to add some like difference into it from every other thing, because all of the houses kind of look too similar, and I'm trying to like add some fun little features. But what I want to do is, you know those like spinning like red, white, and blue stripy things that are outside of barbershops? I have been thinking about how I'm supposed to make one of those in Minecraft, because it's Minecraft, and I decided that I think I will do it at the Weaver, the banner area thing that we've made. So we're actually gonna finally use this place. In theory, I put my banner in, I get some red, I guess I'll do this part as red, and then I'll put that in, and then I'll do my blue, and then I'll do a stripe. I don't know, man. I can't tell if I like that. Just gotta go, I guess I'll do it up here, if I just go boom. Boom. Ooh. And then if we have these little levers here to make it look like it's kind of supported. You know what? I don't totally hate that. It's a little bulky, but I think it'll work for now. But yeah, I'm just going to cut back to once this is done, and then we'll continue on the building. And the barbershop is finished. I've decided I'm not actually going to put a sign on this one, only because I feel like I don't want everything to have a sign, and also this thing is pretty self-explanatory for what this place is. It's a pretty simple looking build. That's not supposed to be there. I could fix that later. I really like the unique, like, tower thing that I added on the side, although the roof is a little whack, but it's kind of what I have to do, because I built it on a 2x2 axis, which was not the best choice. You come in, you have a nice little waiting room, you have some nice places where they get cut. I love this mirror painting, which is why I use this texture pack in the first place. And if you come upstairs, we have a pretty simple shelf, a nice sleeping area. This is the tower thing. We have a cool, like, sliding door thing, a nice kitchen, and another bed, and that's basically all we got for this house. But with this done, I'm going to start the tag Preposterous Pupper Peony City official speed round. Hope you like that little audio edit thing there. I've been messing around with some different stuff. It's pretty fun. But this is actually the building that inspired me to build every single building in this entire city. The Diamonds to Netherite shop, which I built in a super flat world a long time ago. I finally built it in the city, and it's just as good as the first day I made it. Alright, let's continue with the speed round. So now we are building Cobblestone Brewery, I think I ended up calling it, which is potions, not alcohol. There's a really cool little basement that I ended up doing where they brew all the potions, but this is a potion brewing area, but we will definitely have an alcoholic brewery in our city because it's the medieval ages. It's not a great time to be alive. People need their booze. Alright, so now we're building the Potter, I ended up calling it. It's a really good building. Honestly, it's actually not super special. It kind of just looks like every other building in Peony City. The special part about it is the freestanding kiln outside that I actually ended up building on camera. Although it is just a great build, and it's a cool shop idea. Alright, I got it. After a lot, and I mean a lot of work, we finally finished this area done, so our speed round has been finished and fully detailed. I'm just going to take you on a quick little tour through. I'm sorry that this episode is just time lapses with voiceovers, but I do not know how to make content out of basically building the exact same thing over and over again, so I'm just going to do a few small things to make it seem more exciting. And this video might end up in 2 parts. I don't know yet. Alright, so as you know, during the time-lapse, I built a total of 3 more houses, and 3 more buildings and shops. And each one is unique in its own way. So here we have the netherite conversion shop, which needs a sign. I will build that soon. So this is where I will go to get my netherite done, and I kind of wanted to make it, seem like an actual shop, so I put some chains. I got some cool, andesite outside. We have an actual piece of netherite scrap, which is kind of being sacrificed as a design. These are tools that are yet to be turned into netherite. We have a nice blue fire to give it that nether theme, and upstairs is basically just like every single other upstairs living area that I have in my city. And next up, we got Cobblestone Brewery, which I really like how this turned out. I added a little basement and stuff, but Cobblestone Brewery is not an alcoholic brewery. It's a potion one. So, they make potions here. They don't make booze, although we will definitely have a brewery somewhere in our town. It might actually be outside of the walls. I could make a vineyard. That could be pretty fun. But yeah, Cobblestone Brewery, nice little sign. The downstairs area is my favorite. You come down and it says Cobblestone Brewery, potions, not alcohol, which I find pretty funny. You come on in, we have a pretty basic interior, some nice potions, some glass bottles, some giant vats or cauldrons that have some potions in them. We have some stuff growing in the corner. Pretty simple. Also some brewing stands. This might be converted into where I do all my brewing, but I think I want to have one in a major base instead of in the city. And then inside we have a nice little shop where they're selling, so you can buy monthly subscriptions. You have to supply your own bottles, and it's 25 gold a cup. And over here we have helpful potions, harmful potions, and some more helpful. So I kind of just put a bunch of random potions and pretended that these barrels were filled up with potions. And then you come back and you have a nice little courtyard that is pretty secluded actually. So once we get our wall built, which will probably happen in the next episode, or sometime pretty soon, I don't know when, that would be fun because it's its own area. And next up, in between the potion brewery and our pottery shop thing, we have a nice little cow pen, just because I wanted to add some life into our city. And then behind the netherite shop, we have a few more little selling stalls. They're selling some random stuff. I like the design, though. We have a federal guard sign up, so if you want to join our army, you can come here and sign up. And then we have some flowers. I think this is kind of funny. I put dandelion. I definitely didn't pick out of a gutter. It's 2 gold. Oops. But I did save one thing to build on camera, and it was the giant pottery, kiln thing, and I am really excited about this. I have a little plot of land scoped out, so this should be pretty fun. So I think I have a design in mind, but I need netherrack to make it fully work, so we're definitely going to have to go back to the base and grab that. I'll probably just cut back to once I have it. Ooh, I could do a great trick where you basically just put the campfires under a block and it goes through, which is a great feature. I'm so glad that Mojang added that, where you don't really have to place it above and it will go through blocks. It's great for making ponds or lava pits look smoky. Boom, boom, boom. If I can get myself out of here, if we place blocks there, it should go right on through. And then this is going to be the chimney, I suppose, of where all of the smoke gets out. So that is a good looking height. Don't worry, we'll fill up that area right there so we won't have smoke coming all the way through. Just got to get these campfires up here to make it look like the smoke is going through the block. Get some trapdoors on there and we should be good. And then last but certainly not least, I just gotta add these on. I think I'll do it like that, maybe. And boom, that actually looks really good. I really like how that looks. That's awesome. So I think I'm gonna put some pots and stuff on the outside. I might get some more, you know, kind of just laying around. But yeah, this place is super cool. I actually forgot to show you the inside of this area, so let me do that really quick. We have a chonky pot. We have pots for 2 gold, just regular ones. We have better pots. Yeah, for 3 golds. You know, they raised the price because they're better. We have chonky pot, so it's like I just made like a, you know, a piece of clay with a pot on top to make it look like it's one thing. I like that. It's a cool design. And then if we come up, it's kind of just like a workshop up here. I didn't actually end up putting a bedroom up here. But yeah, that's basically all I got. We are going to start back up on the time lapses again because I am just grinding so hard to get all this out. It is going to take a lot longer because we do have 4 full buildings that are going to be 3 stories. These 3 right here, although these 2 are connected. I think I already talked about it. I did kind of like switch up the design of my layout, but I'm really feeling it, and I really like that you can kind of get more of a feel for what our city is going to look like once it is totally done. And you may also notice I sprinkled in a few jungle trees because I do kind of want to make our city feel like it's still in the jungle, because it is. So I kind of made it, you know, look like they're kind of trying to build around the wildlife. They're trying to build around the foliage rather than cut it down and build on it. But yeah, that's all I got. It's time for another time lapse, and yeah. Alright, it's time for another speed round. We are building 3 buildings again. This is the dog kennel, a really cool build with the nice birch side piece with the iron bars. Eventually we will get dogs in here. We didn't end up doing that in this episode. That's something for another day, because we also just need dogs for ourselves. But yeah, cool build. Alright, so now we're making the butcher, and I know this is kind of similar to my pelts and leather shop, but I just wanted to make another one where it's actually like legit, because I do have some meat hooks in the background with like nether wart on them, which looks really good. You can't see it right now though. But yeah, cool build. Alright, so now we're building the only family household of the Peony City so far. It's no shops, it's just a house for a nice old family. But yeah, it's a cool little build, just double story. Honestly, it's nothing special. It's just a family house. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about it other than, it's a cool build. Alright, this place is looking freaking snazzy, not gonna lie. You know, we got the nice cart here. I've added a few things and you can probably notice. I really like this cart, like they're wheeling this like pink clay, and I needed this here because it kind of like, this area is too open with this not here. Like it just continues until we get to the eventual wall that will be here. So I added that cart. But yeah, we got the dog pound looking all nice. You know, cutest dogs in Minecraft. 21 gold for, 25 gold for 1 dog. Back here is where we'll get dogs. We'll do that in another episode. I gotta go to Spruce Forest and go and find them. I like this. I kind of made like bone things that it kind of looked like, that like lined the sign. You know, can you see that? Like the 8 and the like equal signs and the 8 again. It kind of looks like a bone. But there's pupper insurance. There's dog food, dog collars, dog beds, so, you know, kind of just basic stuff. Upstairs is just another living area. Again, exact same living area that I've done in every single one of the houses. It's not special. What else do we got? Oh yeah, across the street, we got this is just a house. It's actually the first one that's just a house. So basically, you know, it's pretty simple. Got a nice fireplace, living area down here. And then if you come around the side, up here we have where they sleep and where they kind of hang out. And then last but certainly not least, we have the only 1-story building that I've built so far. The butcher, which you reach from this side over here. Big old window displaying their meat. And then you can come on over here. Nice little seating area, I guess you can, not seating, nice little buying area, and then they have a little butcher area back here. And I know this is very similar to the pelts guy, but I just wanted to make a specific butcher. You know, I like this where you got like the redstone on the floor and those like nether wart blocks for meat. And then last but certainly not least, oh wait, no, that's it. Yeah, that's all I got for you. But I kind of have run out of materials completely. When I cleared this out, I got a bunch of wood, and I basically had a full double chest of wood that I used to build all this, and I am out. So I need to go and mine some wood. I already have enough stone and everything else. I just need a bunch of freaking wood. And then I will do a super super quick time lapse of these last three-story buildings, and then I'll probably repair my sword because it's getting a little low, and then I will end this behemoth of an episode. So yeah, I gotta go get some stuff. Okay. After, I don't know, 5 hours of mining trees and, jungle trees, you can see some remnants over there. I think that one isn't going to go away. I need to go up and break that. But I have, a few logs, just a few. This should definitely hold us over until the end. I got a bunch of oak, a bunch of jungle, a bit of birch, and then the warped stem, which I need for the roofs. And the problem is stairs take so much freaking wood to make. It's like, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 freaking blocks of wood for 4 stairs. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we're finally ready to make the last 3 houses. I'm gonna do a super quick triple time lapse here, and again with a voiceover like everything else, and then we will end it off like I said. So thank you, and it's time for the time lapse. Alright, so now we're building the conjoined building. It is 2 shops conjoined into one. We have the tool emporium and the jeweler. The jeweler is a really cool build, it's selling some geodes and some refined emeralds and diamonds and stuff. And then the one on the right, our tool emporium, is just selling all your types of tools. And then the actual 2 third-story separate areas are condos and little living areas, which I think it's a cool concept. And then you have that really nice looking acacia balcony, which you will see be built in a second. But yeah, honestly, just a great build. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It is a freaking beast of a house, and it turned out really good. I'm hoping that I am going to be able to build some big houses like this in the future, because they end up turning out and looking really, really good. And I mean really good. Alright, so now we are building the inn. Sadly, this time-lapse did actually get, cut off, kind of, because, I don't know, my recording software just kind of crashed, and I can't really figure out why. But, you kind of saw most of it being done, and you'll get a full tour of it after we finish building. But yeah, it's a cool build, nice little balcony thing, and a nice outdoor seating area that you will see pretty soon. And the last building in this insane video for me. I know it didn't look like much for you, but this is a week plus of work being wrapped up in, I don't know, a 30-second time lapse. But yeah, this is the Federal Guard thing, where basically you come in through the gates and they check you out and they can steal your stuff if they feel like you shouldn't have it in the city. But yeah, big build. We're finally done! But we finally finished our 3-story houses. They're looking super good. I am going to give you a quick little tour of each one of these, starting from the guard post. If we come over here, when they come through the main gates, which will be eventually built along with the wall, they will have to get their stuff checked. This is where they're storing all the stuff that they decided to keep for whatever reason. And then these top 2 stories, honestly, I didn't have a good idea for them, and I didn't just want to fill it up with more things, for no reason, so I just left it empty. So if I come up with an idea, we will fill it up with something. We keep on going. We got the conjoined house, so this one is super cool because it's 2 buildings, and they're joined together with a nice balcony. So we have our jeweler on this side, with some geodes for sale. You take a quick look at these, and some refined ores over here. If we come up this kind of weird staircase, we have the refining room. So this is where they, put their stuff under here, under the lasers. This is just a hopper, but I pretend it's a laser because Minecraft creativity. And they refine them. We get our jewels, and then we have some geodes in here. Then if we continue going up, we have our living area. So the top 3 stories of this building are living areas, which is kind of cool. So yeah, we have a nice, studio apartment, pretty basic. If we head on down to the next part, we have the tool emporium, best tools in town, baby. We have hoes, axes, shovels, and pickaxes. Some would say that's the most important one. And then behind this lovely glass, we have our diamond tools, because, we got to make sure people can see them, but they have to be very well protected. And then if we come up, we have kind of an office space. They're just, doing their paperwork, maybe their taxes in here, have some nice papers. And then you may notice that you can't actually get to the 3rd story from this building. You have to go around. And on the very side, we have a nice acacia staircase going up. Nice contrast. And then we come up and we have a nice apartment with 2 bedrooms. I'm really liking the look of some of the alleyways, to be honest with you. I think it's really cool that you can either go on the main roads or you can kind of snake in between if you need to get somewhere fast. But last but certainly not least, we have one of my favorite builds that I've done so far, actually. The inn. It is called the Blue Yeti Inn, which is, you know, a little homage to my mic that I'm using currently. It's a great mic. I would recommend it to anyone. We got a nice lattice outside, some seating areas. You know, when you walk up, this is one of the first buildings you're gonna see. So they have a really good, you know, customer viewage, I guess. Like, they walk up and they're like, oh, look, a nice little inn. So I also really like this kind of corner door design that I did. It's a great little design. I've been using that for a while now. We have a little inn, or we have a little tavern area down here, you know, where they can, you know, get their drinks, maybe book their rooms. And if you come up, we have a total of 5 rooms. We have room 1, very basic. Room 2, no windows, very basic. Room 3, which is the suite. I think I'm spelling that right. You know, slightly bigger double bed. If we come up to the next layer, we have room 4, no windows again, and room 5, which is another suite, but this is the biggest one. Actually, it has a furnace, you know, all the fun stuff. And then if we actually come over here, we have a big old balcony. It's a public balcony, so anyone can come up here if they wanted. And then in the suite, we actually have another balcony over here. And guys, I'm so freaking exhausted. I've basically been working, as I've said, non-stop at this. I've had to go and get more materials like 3 times. But, you know, we've used a lot. This is all I have left. But, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little burnt out on the city. Not burnt out, but I definitely need a little bit of a break. So we're not gonna be working on the city for the next few episodes. I am actually gonna probably start on our subway project, do some of those biome builds. I'm gonna explain that in the next episode, though, so you're gonna have to tune into that one. From this point on, videos will be trying to come out at a more regular rate. I'm gonna try a new thing where I film an entire video in one day, so it's more of like me just sitting down and playing, and then I edit that into one video. So I'm gonna try to practice my commentary with that and all that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been a freaking exhausting one. I'm gonna probably end this video actually in creative mode so we can get a nice flyover of Peony City. I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite features right now in this game is the fact that you can go in, you can copy your world, and then you can turn that into creative. It's just so great, because if I wanted to, you know, test out a build in my world, I can do it in here. I just make a copy, I build it, I'm like, yeah, okay, that looks good, and then I can delete that world and just continue in my main one. But here we are on our creative copy. I'm going to do our outro while we fly over. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. We built some crazy stuff in this episode. It's been a bit of a freaking ride. I really, really like how that tower thing looks. That is a cool build. But yeah, we've done a lot here. I love the smoke coming up, the nice big old trees. Eventually, we will continue on the wall thing going over, but that's for another episode. I need to take a little break. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I've been really enjoying making these videos, and, you know, it's super fun. Like, when I get a little notification on my phone that somebody has subscribed, it's one of my favorite things. So thank you all so much for watching. The next episodes will come out as scheduled every 2 to 3 days. Thank you. This one has been so freaking huge. It's insane. Bye-bye. It was nice seeing ya.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.